What's up everybody, this is Plix, and today I'm going to be going over the new controller layout, which is the Builder Pro. It's very similar to Combat Pro, only you can basically instantly switch to any of the build types. I'm going to go over how to get used to this controller layout, and then also just some of my thoughts and opinions on it, and contrasting it with what you can do with Combat Pro compared to Builder Pro. Is it faster? Is it slower? Is it about the same? In my opinion, it's not quite at the level that it needs to be, but I'll go over that later in the video. Let's get into it. Alright, so we're at Maxwood. So the first thing that you want to understand with Builder Pro is that you're no longer pressing R2 to place something. You're just pressing and holding the button. So if I want to place walls, when I hit, the circle button, then all you have to do is you just hit R2, right? But if I want to place floors, then I have to hit R1 and hold R1. If I want to do stairs, it's L2. If I want to do pyramid, it's L1. Now, for the purpose of this video, I'm just going to be using L1, but I know there's some people who still use stairs, and if you guys prefer, you can still use stairs. It's just whenever I say L1, think L2, okay? So if I want to pyramid rush someone, or stair rush someone with walls in front, I'm going to hold L1, and then I'm going to switch, take my finger off L1 and hold R2. Then L1, and then R2. L1, R2. L1, R2. L1, R2. L1, R2. So that's going to be the workout, so to speak. That's going to be the best way for you to get used to the muscle memory, is to practice what I just did there. That is extremely good for pushing people, but you'll also get used to whenever you're in a build fight and you have to defend, you'll be able to kind of get used to this. Now, I'm still working at it. The update just came out today, so I'm still practicing all of this stuff. But, in my opinion, this can be a better way to build. Now, there's some caveats that I want to really point out, because this is very important, and I really hope Epic sees this or something, because this is the only reason I'm not necessarily going to make the switch as of right now. And it's this right here. So normally you can stair push pretty quickly. Like, you guys see me doing this? Now, did you see what just happened there? I held down my R2 button to place walls in front, and it didn't place down. And I'm not sure what's causing that, to be honest. Like, there it goes again. I couldn't place. I don't know if I'm just going too fast and the game can't keep up. Like, it seems like it's whenever I go too fast, the game just can't keep up, which I'm not a fan of. I think if I put an input in, then it should be. This round is going to be me versus Tryhard Cupcake. He's a really good builder, very quickly. But that's my only issue currently with this new build, like, layout thing. Alright, so now I want to do some speed tests, and it's basically going to be me on Builder Pro versus Tryhard Cupcake, one of my teammates, on Combat Pro, and we're going to see, do some tests to see what's faster. And I'm using Builder Pro, he's using Combat Pro. We both use the same form of stairway pushing and combined with walls, and he ended up being faster, and we'll go over that. We'll go over that in a little bit more detail to see how much faster he pushes. I think it's very negligible, in my opinion. Very, very negligible. The only issue, in my opinion, is the fact that sometimes you can get that glitch that I was just talking about, or that bug where you try and place walls and they don't place walls, which is really bad when you're doing this type of pushing, because you're pushing with these stairs, and if you don't place walls on one of them and then you just keep going, they can just take out the ones without walls, and then your entire structure falls. So obviously that's an issue. but you'll notice that the speed and the amount of time it takes to build is very similar. He's had a lot of practice with Combat Pro doing this type of stairway pushing, and I have maybe like 3 or 4 hours of practice with this other, Builder Pro stairway pushing. So I probably could get a little bit quicker, but like I said, very negligible in my opinion. Check out we're using the replayed mode. You can check out kind of in more detail. I slow it down, and I think you guys will kind of see how close it really was. So as you're going to see in this video, we both start very similar timings, very similar. But he is about a staircase, maybe 2 staircases and a wall, or maybe even 2 staircases and 2 walls ahead of me, which that's good. But in the grand scheme of things, it's not like incredibly good, considering I didn't have like a whole lot of practice with it. Still, it's a difference, but it's not like crazy. And I'd be interested to see more testing with this. But my verdict, it's really not that great. It's not incredibly useful. Yeah, this is only stairway pushing. Of course, the fact that you can switch to floors and then walls, or floors and then pyramid stairs, or whatever you want to do instantaneously. Obviously, that has a benefit, but I don't know if the benefit, it's not like going from standard to Combat Pro, and that's my opinion. Alright guys, I wanted to include this part because I didn't want you to think like, oh, maybe it's just like Cupcake's just a very fast builder and Plixer's not as fast or whatever. So I asked Cupcake if he'd do it one more time, and this time I'll play on Combat Pro and he'll play on Combat Pro as well. As you can see right here, like I'm going pretty quickly with Combat Pro. I'm significantly quicker, I would say, than the Builder Pro. Obviously, I haven't had nearly as much practice with Builder Pro, but you see where I'm coming from. You can still be very fast with Combat Pro. I don't think it warrants a switch, in my opinion, but let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Let me know what you guys think you're going to be using, Builder Pro, Combat Pro. I'd love to hear it. If this video helped you out at all, I'd really appreciate it if you liked and subscribed with post notifications on. I want to leave you guys with a side-by-side comparison of the Builder Pro versus Combat Pro. Builder Pro's on the left, Combat Pro's on the right. There's no speed up or anything like that. It's kind of obvious. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Peace. Yo!